Well, hello there. So I've got a few things to say. Obviously, the school has been shut because of COVID for the time being, and we've just been told on this latest lockdown that we have to shut and stop all training and for CBTs and for DAS. Which is a shame. Obviously last time we were able to do stuff for key workers and things like that, and then as it started to ease and lift, we were able to do stuff for obviously the upcoming tests. So now we're pretty much just sat home and doing stuff for you guys, like you guys are. However, I have got a couple of announcements to make. I was left unsupervised the other week by my missus. She was on nights, I was bored, so I signed up for the Gibraltar race again. So hopefully, I know it got cancelled this year, but hopefully I should be able to do and get on the race in 2021. And this is now the Eastern Descent, so we're going from Estonia all the way down to Greece, all through the Balkan states and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully we should be able to get down there. And as some of you may know, I sold the old XT660 Tenere that I had for last year's race, which did me really proud. I obviously did quite a few bits and bobs to it, did a few upgrades, suspension, all that sort of stuff, and a few other bits and bobs for it, and it did really well. So I sold it to Adam, one of my ex-students, a friend of ours, and he's thoroughly enjoying it and enjoying the green laning. We went out on the green lanes yesterday, so it was really good. However, so obviously I needed a new bike. So a couple of months ago, 3-4 months ago, I came down to our friendly local Yamaha dealership and had a little chat with them, and I ended up buying this beauty. I'm just going to show you it and turn it round. There it is, the Yamaha T7. From Arnold's Motorcycle Shop in Loughborough. I got this, and obviously you can see there's quite a few different bits on it and a few extra bits that I've added, and what I'll do, as you can see, it has been used, it's been played with. I went out yesterday and had my recreational little ride round Derbyshire. So I'm going to start and just show you a few things that I've done to the bike. Obviously there's the GPS Max from Garmin, fantastic, a lot better than the Montana, I find, because obviously when you wipe the screen on the Montana you lose where you're supposed to be, and obviously with this it's not a touch screen, so I think it'll be a little bit better, and obviously it's got a bigger screen. So let's start from there. We'll work our way down. So I've got a screen protector on the console. I've got these bobblehead mounts here. These from a Camel Adventure. They are to stop all of this lot rattling and moving. So this used to rattle and move. This used to rattle and move. The headlight rattled and moved. So saw that look online, and Camel Adventure in Canada have designed and made this sort of stuff, these things, so that's what I went out and got. Obviously the double tape mirrors on both sides, as you can see, the bark busters on the handlebars, obviously better than the standard. Headlight guard, obviously needed. The Denelli spots, they are fantastic. We swapped the standard indicators for the LEDs from Yamaha. absolutely brilliant. So, Adventure Spec crash bars, Camel Adventure mudguard conversion kit, which obviously again comes from Canada. So this billeted bit up here is basically where the mudguard mounts, but also where the brake lines are split rather than on the top of the standard mudguard, and two separate lines down to your calipers. I'm going to go down again to the standard Yamaha aluminium radiator guard, then Camel Adventure belly pan, which has got a nice little runner that goes all the way down the centre. It also extends down to the bottom of the rear shock, which obviously protects that as well. A few other things. I had the tank painted black because I just didn't like the primer colour that they came with standard. The Yamaha grip pads. My friend at Ian at the sign shop in Loughborough, he made me my little tank covering. Rubber dust sticker kit, a little Bridgestone stickers from last year's race. Standard chain guide rather from Yamaha. The centre stand obviously is not standard. The rear rack carrier, obviously the top box carrier. Now what I've done with the exhaust, this is actually an old art can that I have had for about 16-17 years. It's been on about 6 bikes. So I put that on just purely because it's doesn't matter if it gets dropped or anything, it doesn't scratch it all, and I'm not bothered if it gets dented. So that was all good. Decatted straight through 2-1, and then obviously the as you can see in there, the rear shock, Hyper Pro springs on it, progressive springs, and obviously as well also Hyper Pro progressive springs in the front forks as well. There's probably loads of other little bits and bobs that I've done that I've forgotten. However, oh yeah, we've got the Touratech water pump housing cover to protect that, and also there's a few other little things that are in there. There's a couple of other bits and bobs that I'm obviously RNG tail tidy, indicators, heated grips, RNG heated grips. The one thing I don't like about them, it's every time you turn the ignition on, it turns them on. You forget, and then the next thing you know, you're getting warm hands when you don't not want it. But hey, easy thing to live with. But there you go. So yeah, the reason I'm at Arnold's is because these guys did all the work for me. They did a fantastic job, and they provided a lot of the kit, and also they fitted it all for me. Andy the mechanic did a real good job. So I bought the bike and he basically stripped it all down, changed all the stuff for me, did everything for me, and also let's just turn this round again. So yeah, he fitted all of the bits, fitted all of the parts, and sorted it all out for me. He got everything fixed and done. Sam, one of the other technicians, he sorted out all my suspension for me. We also had a little telephone call to Hyper Pro to get all the information and the details of what we needed to do with these springs for my weight and all my gear and all that sort of stuff. They set it up, or they told us all the information, gave us all the nice nice calculations, and Sam set it all up for me, and I must say it is fantastic. The suspension set is fantastic. Obviously the standard one is quite soft and wallows about a bit. This one is absolutely transformed, I want to say. One thing I didn't mention is I haven't got the standard tyres on. I've gone again for the Battle Axe Bridgestone's AX41s, because I used those on the race last year and I found that they were fantastic. The longevity out of them. I changed the rear tyre 3 days from the end, and I didn't change the front at all on the race, so they really did last quite a long time, to be fair, especially with all the terrain. If you've seen some of the videos and some of the things I was doing on the Gibraltar race last year on the YouTube channel, you'll see the sort of terrain and the areas that we were going into. Some of the guys on obviously the motocross type of tyres were changing every 3 or 4 days, but these were fantastic. So yeah, I've stuck with them, and obviously I've heard that obviously Bridgestone are again going to be doing some more sponsorship, so hopefully we get the same deal as we did last year, which was fantastic with the tyres. And the guys down there on the race were great guys. They helped everybody out, and we had a great time on the race, hence why I've signed up to do it again. So yeah, hopefully all goes well and we get rid of this stupid bloody virus that's hit the world, and well, we probably won't get rid of it, but hopefully we'll start being able to travel and getting everything sorted and get out there and do some more fun stuff, rather than just everyone getting depressed and not being able to travel anywhere, or at least not being able to travel and then having to isolate for 2 or 3 weeks afterwards, which is pretty pants, to be fair. But never mind, it is what it is. This year's pretty much written off for everything, all the decent the adventure bike rally, the Herb, things like that. The only thing that went on this year was the Overland event, which we went to, which was great. In fact, that was the first time I'd taken this bike out down to the Overland event, which was a great weekend again, as always. Obviously we prefer to go to all of the other events as well, the adventure bike rally, the Herb, as I say, and a few other things, but hey, this year it is what it is, isn't it? So there you go. But yeah, so I just thought I'd let you into what the plans are for the next few months or whatever, and show you the bike, show you what we've been up to, and hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit more on the bike, how it's been performing and everything. We did go out. I did go out yesterday with one of my mates. In fact, it was Adam who had my old race bike. We went out yesterday over to Derbyshire, did a few green lanes. There are some clips up on the YouTube channel, so you can have a look at them. Derbyshire ride out 1 and 2, I think, are going up at the moment, and there'll be a couple of other bits and bobs on there. But yeah, hopefully over the next few months I'll be able to share with you a few extra little bits and show you what we're doing for training and things like that. I'm not talking about fitness or anything like that. Come on, it's me. I haven't done fitness since I left the army, really. But there you go. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get out there, we'll get some more green lanes in, a few more extra places to find and go, so you guys can find them and go and have a play, and hopefully get out and have some fun. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon, and I'll put some more up. See you later. Bye bye.